So we've just finished a series of masterclasses with Cambridgeshire and Peterborough CCG, and we've been working with all the practice managers across this sort of area, and we've just completed a fantastic 4 sessions, and they've actually asked us to come back to do a 5th session around performance management.
Yeah, so basically the masterclasses we've been doing have been around resilience, they've been around leading change, and one of the other ones around stakeholder engagement, and that's absolutely vital to where the PCNs are and the journey is heading for practice managers. So they're all moving towards primary care networks, and again that means stakeholder engagement is absolutely pivotal to that. The one we've just completed today is all around change measurements, improvements, making sure they can actually start to see some real tangible results from areas that they're moving into with the PCNs and further stakeholders, but also giving them some really good skills back at the practice and being able to use that on the day-to-day, in the day-to-day working environment.
So I signed up for all 4 masterclasses to broaden my knowledge and hope that they would give me some skills that would enhance my role as practice manager.
I think in the NHS things are forever changing. Sometimes you need new tools in your toolbox. So it's a good idea to come along to these things. Some things you'll have already done before, but it's again just kind of remembering that you've not done something that that you've learnt before, and being able to then put them into practice. And the 4 masterclasses intrigued me, so that's why I signed up to come along.
I think it's been very helpful with Ararna doing these PM masterclasses. So there's been sort of the same faces on all of the sessions. Yes, those are people that you may know, but it's been helpful developing better relationships and better bonds with them throughout, particularly then leading into the primary care network challenges we have, setting those, trying to work collaboratively with practices we may not have worked with previously.
Suki and Harry have been great. It's been quite relaxed. They're quite ready to help if you need it. There's been jovial times as well, so it's been a really nice kind of course to come on. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it and not wanted to miss any of them, even though you probably could have stayed at practice and carried on working. So yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it's certainly making me think about how I want to review some of the processes and about how I manage my staff as well, from the skills that they've taught us along the way.
I think the Ararna sessions that I've been to have been interactive. There's been 2-way dialogue, and actually that's been really helpful rather than someone just standing at the front of a room and talking at you for a few hours. The actual interaction and the sort of time out to do exercises has been really useful.
Yeah, I think the leadership kind of element has really kicked in because of so many changes in the NHS. They really are trying now to think, where can we improve? What can we do? And a lot of them have been turning the mirror on themselves and thinking, what can we offer to our teams, our staff? What is it that we need to do differently? Because it's such a changing environment for them currently. So I think these masterclasses hopefully just let them think a little bit differently. Hopefully expanded their, kind of thinking and their minds a little bit more in terms of the way that they've always done things. So I think it's just been, really insightful, and we've had some fantastic discussions and some really interesting insights from some of these practice managers. And I think sometimes they get so caught up in the day-to-day that actually coming along to some of these sessions has been absolutely awesome. It's been brilliant to see some of their challenges and what's keeping them up at night, really.
I think the way the NHS is changing so rapidly and has done over recent years, it is actually very useful to have Ararna come in as an outside company and perhaps make us think about principles that apply to commercial businesses, industries, that actually could be transferable to the way we work in the NHS to help us modernise what we're doing and where we're going.